A surprising piece of news involving Jonathan Kuminga has just shaken the Golden State Warriors fanbase. And what comes next could decisively change the direction of the franchise. Is Kuminga about to leave? Or do the Warriors have something even bigger planned? Stay tuned until the end because this story goes far beyond what it seems. The Golden State Warriors might be about to make a move that will shake up the entire NBA. A $146 million star could be headed to San Francisco, and we're not talking about just any player. Who's this key piece that could change the course of the upcoming season? The Golden State Warriors spent the entire summer rejecting any possibility of trading Jonathan Kuminga, one of the franchise's most promising players. Many believed that by keeping Kuminga, the team was making it clear he would be a key part of their future. They didn't even consider including him in a package to acquire Lauri Markkanen, a star from the Utah Jazz. The decision was seen as a sign of confidence in the 21-year-old, who was a lottery pick in the draft. For general manager Mike Dunleavy, Kuminga and Brandon Podziemski are fundamental pillars for the future after Stephen Curry. However, a recent report has caught everyone off guard. According to Anthony Slater from The Athletic, the Warriors are not currently willing to offer Kuminga a max rookie contract. For those who closely follow the team, this is at the very least unexpected, as the franchise has always shown great appreciation for him. The max contract, estimated at $224 million over 5 years, averaging $44.8 million per season, seemed like the natural next step to keep Kuminga with the team. But for now, the Warriors management isn't ready to make that big financial leap. This news doesn't mean there won't be more flexible negotiations. There's a possibility of a middle ground deal, somewhere around $30 million per season, as Slater pointed out. He also noted that as the extension deadline approaches, and with the salary cap expected to rise, the situation could still change. What's clear is that a significant gap remains in the negotiations, something that could generate a lot of uncertainty about the player's future in San Francisco. At stake here is not just Kuminga's future, but also the Warriors' destiny as an NBA powerhouse. If Kuminga is truly seen as a central piece for the franchise's future, why not offer him the max contract? If not, trading him during the summer would have been a more logical move. His stats back up the confidence in him. In the last 38 games of last season, he averaged an impressive 19.2 points per game, 5.4 rebounds, and a remarkable 38% three-point shooting percentage. What stands out is that despite these numbers, Kuminga is seeking more than the Warriors are willing to pay. He wants the max contract, and anything below $30 million per season won't be enough to keep him happy. This is a sticking point, and the Warriors know they are facing a critical decision. Offering a deal below expectations could lead to his departure, something the fans certainly wouldn't want to see. Meanwhile, Kuminga himself must be thinking about his next move. If he continues playing at the level he showed at the end of last season when he reached his best numbers, there will be no shortage of interest from other teams. The fact that he'll be a restricted free agent next season only puts more pressure on the Warriors. If a team offers Kuminga the max contract he desires, the Warriors will have to decide if it's worth matching the offer or if it's time to say goodbye to the young talent. When we look at the Warriors' recent history, we see a franchise that has always been able to identify talent and make the right bets. Confidence in young players like Kuminga and Podziemski is a clear attempt to prepare the team for life after Curry. But this raises an important question: how far are the Warriors willing to invest in the future without compromising the present? Kuminga's dilemma exemplifies this crossroads. Keeping him could be key to long-term success, but is the price fair? The financial aspect also cannot be ignored. The Warriors already have one of the highest payrolls in the NBA, with names like Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green earning astronomical sums. Adding another max contract to the payroll could be risky, especially if the on-court results don't meet expectations. On the other hand, losing Kuminga to another team over a financial difference could be a mistake that haunts the franchise for years. Either way, one thing is certain: the next season will be crucial for Kuminga and the Warriors. If he maintains the performance he showed at the end of last season, the pressure on the team to offer the max contract will only increase. The fans, who have always stood by the young player, will certainly be watching the next moves by the management. Will the Warriors be able to balance the present and future without losing their most promising pieces? Now, we await the next chapters of this saga. Jonathan Kuminga is an undeniable talent, and his presence on the court could be crucial to the Golden State Warriors' future. The management is playing with fire by hesitating to offer the max contract the player desires, but will this strategy pay off or end up causing an irreparable rift? Everything is in the Warriors' hands, and time is ticking. If you want to keep up with every detail of this story and stay updated on all the latest news about the Golden State Warriors, subscribe to Warriors Nation TV and turn on notifications. Don't miss a single update. The rumor that has all the Warriors fans on edge is none other than a potential interest in Miami Heat star, Jimmy Butler. Yes, that Jimmy Butler who took the Heat to the NBA Finals. With his massive contract and status as one of the league's most influential players, he could be the missing piece for Golden State to reclaim its glory. But what's behind these speculations? So far, the Golden State Warriors haven't been able to land their two biggest trade targets this offseason, Paul George and Lauri Markkanen. The talks haven't progressed because, reportedly, neither the Clippers nor the Utah Jazz showed interest in offers that didn't include big names like Jonathan Kuminga or the newly arrived Brandon Podziemski. This has left the Warriors in a tricky spot, having to look at other options. The current roster of Golden State is practically the same as last season's, and we know how that ended, out of the playoffs. If the Warriors want to be a championship-level team again, something needs to change. But will that change come from an improvement in the young players? Or is the hope resting on the arrival of an unexpected star before the trade deadline? That's where Jimmy Butler comes into play. According to Sam Amick from The Athletic, there are signs that the Warriors made some calls about Butler over the summer. On the TK show, Amick made it clear that there's no confirmation Butler is available for trade. But the idea that Miami might not meet expectations next season opens an interesting door for Golden State. Just imagine, the Miami Heat starts the season underwhelming, and suddenly Butler, with his $52.4 million player option for the 2025-26 season, becomes a tradable asset. It's in this scenario that the Warriors could make their move. Is this the solution the team is looking for? Or would it be too risky to depend on something so uncertain? We can't ignore the impact Jimmy Butler would have on the Warriors. His defensive intensity, leadership in clutch moments, and ability to elevate his teammates are traits any top team desires. With him, Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson could dream of reaching the top of the NBA again. But there's a price to pay, both in salary and in players the Warriors would have to sacrifice to make this trade happen. It's clear that, so far, the Golden State front office is playing it close to the vest, banking on the market to bring surprises before the trade deadline. But what if that doesn't happen? Will we have another season of Curry fighting alone, without a championship-level roster beside him? What Warriors fans want is to see the franchise making a big investment to take advantage of Curry's prime while there's still time. Jonathan Kuminga, for example, is a name constantly mentioned in trade talks. The young talent has shown flashes of greatness, but is he ready to take on a bigger role? Or is the Warriors front office being too cautious by not making him a centerpiece in a trade for an established star? All of this leads us to think about the team's immediate future. Now, with Jimmy Butler approaching free agency and the Warriors' interest becoming more evident, the questions are piling up. If Miami stumbles, will we see Butler donning the blue and gold? And how could this addition impact the team's dynamics? For many, this is the last big chance to build a roster capable of competing for another title. As we wait for the next chapters in this saga, one thing is certain: the Warriors need an answer, and fast. Time is running out, and the window for Steph Curry to continue playing at his peak won't last forever. Will the front office finally make the move fans have been hoping for? Or will we keep dreaming about what could have been? If you want to keep up with every detail of this story and stay updated on all the news about the Golden State Warriors, don't forget to subscribe to the Warriors Nation TV channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything, and share this video with other Warriors fans. Let's go on this journey together, because the next season promises to be full of excitement.